welcome. So this is going to be my 16th Midnight Hunt draft. Let's see, we've got 16 hours left. I'm just going to do the draft tonight and probably play the games tomorrow. That is the plan. Oh, look at that. So, Curse of Shaken Faith. I have just completed my collection of these, so we are going to ignore this card. I think it would be worth about 20 gems if we picked it. Right, I think looking at the uncommons, we can eliminate Field of Ruin. There's not much point blowing up non-basics here. Now, Chaplain of Alms is a very good one-drop. First strike, ward 1, and it comes back as a 2/1 first strike flyer. I think that's absolutely excellent. There's also Join the Dance. I think this is very good as well. Potentially 4 1/1 creatures you're getting out of this card. But it puts you in green and white right away. Whereas this is probably just as good, and it's just in white. We'll have a look at the other cards. So the Silversmith is quite good. Lunarch Veteran is quite good. Search Party Captain is really good. Drawing cards, of course, is what we want in Magic. I think that is definitely a rival for the Chaplain of Alms. Got Siege Zombie, Abandon the Post, Falcon of Birthrager. A bit of a green beater there. I'm sure some people would just take the Search Party Captain here. I'm going to grab Chaplain of Alms. I'm going to hope something good is going to wheel around for pick 9. There's a few good white cards here. And we're not going to get carried away, right? That's just first 5 packs. Let's try and pick the best card. Okay, Fading Hope, quite good. Fangblade Brigand, a 4-drop for 3. That's 3/4. It's all right. You can give it first strike. When it turns into Werewolf, it's a 4/5. Give it first strike, and you can pump the team as well. Yeah, that's all right. It's a big creature. Now this card, the Rise of the Ants. I think this is very good indeed, even though it is 6 mana. This is just tremendous. Right. Other than that, we've got Countergrove Witch. Yeah, that's good. Loyal Gryff is good. Falcon Abomination, cheap flyer, so that's good. Arrogant Outlaws are good. There's a bit of direct damage, but yeah, okay, no, it's not as good as the other cards, to be honest. Another creature there, 3/2 trample, and 3/4. Right. So we can narrow this down. Let's look at the flyers. So Falcon Abomination, Loyal Gryff, Countergrove Witch gets flying if you have Coven, so that's potentially a cheap flyer. These are pretty good. I don't think I'm not as excited to play these as Rise of the Ants. I don't think I've ever played Rise of the Ants. It seems very, very good. Right, Firmament Sage. Good card. Bit of blue card draw. Village Watch. Red Haster, for 5, quite aggressive. Those are the 2 uncommons there. They've got the uncommons here. That's an okay blue uncommon. I've got a big creature, I've got the bounce spell. If you bounce your own thing, you draw a card, which is pretty good for this one. That's a bigger, a flash flyer that's 3/3. That's pretty decent. Crawl from the Cellar. It's good. That's a big creature. Bounding Wolf is good. That's got Flash and Reach. Eccentric Farmer has self-mill, and I'm quite a fan of self-mill. Green-white self-mill could work with all the disturb cards. But this would give us something to stop flyers. But honestly, I'm kind of excited by self-mill. I want the Eccentric Farmer. Okay. Delver of Secrets. Are we going to make a spells deck? I mean, I've tried the Delver of Secrets deck before. It's quite a committal thing to do. Seize the Storm. I don't think we've tried a Seize the Storm deck. Could we go green-red spells as well? Does seem good. And then Corpse Gobble we're quite familiar with, but it's blue-black. It's kind of two colours we're not into yet. Guardian goes with. And the Accursed's quite good removal. White and green, there's just nothing worthwhile here. It's just a kind of a boring creature. I think the exciting card here that I've not played with before that I'm excited to play would be Seize the Storm. So I'm going to just pick that. Okay. Another Firmament Sage. We could still try and go blue-red. That would be a good part of that plan. Blue enchantment based removal. Doesn't really go with Seize the Storm. That's another aura rather than a spell. So, what are the spells here? Plummet is the only spell. The green stuff we've got. So that's mana fixing the Rejuvenator if we want to splash for something else. Firmament Sage is going into another colour. It is good, but let's stick with some decent green cards. Let's get a Rejuvenator, and that's ramp as well. It's ramping us up to Rise of the Ants. Okay, interesting. We've got a green-red spell here on Natural Moonrise with flashback. Green-red spells? Could that be a thing? Let's see, other stuff. Abandon the Post, Famished Forages, Stolen Vitality. Right. Gives trample to something and +1 power. Oh, and it becomes nighttime. Yeah. Okay, interesting. That's quite interesting. Let's give that a try on Natural Moonrise. I don't think it's amazing, but it's certainly interesting. Oh, Ominous Roost. That would have been that was a good blue deck here, I reckon. That's when you cast a spell from your graveyard. But I feel like it's too late to go blue now. It's looking very red-green. Brimstone Vandal. I guess the card I like most here in red and green is Brimstone Vandal. But yeah, we're that's quite an impressive mana curve. One of each. If we're going spells, you can start considering things like Electric Revelation. If we're quite an aggro deck, we do Abandon the Post. We don't quite know what we are yet. I think Brimstone Vandal's pretty solid. I think we can go for that. Okay, that's quite an aggressive 2-drop. Stolen Vitality's a nice pump spell. I feel like I'd rather get a solid basis of creatures here. That's a big creature. But I think I want the Bounding Wolf. Interesting. Join the dance. Made it. So this is from the first pack. So we also got Man in the Post, another Perforator, and Evolving Wilds. I think I'm going to join the dance. I'm not ruling out white yet. I think tapping at the window we might play. Don't think we'd play that. I guess we could have picked up some blue spells there. Maybe we'll pick up Stormrider Spirit. Okay, yeah, that's a green spell. Well, yeah, we have a pretty good white rare here. A sweeper, no less. Another Rise of the Ants turns up. There's also Duelcraft Trainer, which is really good. We have to survive long enough to get to Rise of the Ants, that's the only problem. Okay, I've got a plan. I think it's Rise of the Ants number 2. Nice red-white burn spell. We've committed quite heavily to green here. Lunarch Veteran, not bad. Another Eccentric Farmer. It's going to help us make land drops so we can actually get to 6 lands. Which just might be the best thing for our game plan. Lunarch Veteran's pretty good as well. But obviously we've got quite a lot of green. I think that's what I'm going for. It's a very black pack. these have got the Clarion Cathars are decent. And there's Evolving Wilds as well. Is there any great need for a 4-drop creature at this point? Because we could take Evolving Wilds. I think I'll go Evolving Wilds here. Oh, Beloved Beggar. Yeah, that's talking of things that are going to help us survive to getting to 6 mana. Nice 0/4 wall would do it. Let's go for that. Right, the Loyal Gryff. Pretty good one, but Search Party Captain is pretty awesome as well. Is the Loyal Gryff better though? And you could bounce my Eccentric Farmer. That sounds like a combo. Do we really pass up a Search Party Captain though? Though cheap flyers help you survive longer by killing other cheap flyers. I think I'll go Loyal Gryff here. Cathar's cool. Yeah, it's a good combo, putting that on something with Ward, I guess, that has Disturb. I think we could try that. There's also Lunarch Veteran. I've not tried Cathar's cool. I think Lunarch Veteran maybe makes a bit more sense. I keep saying this is a risky card. I think that's right. Sungold Barrage takes out big creatures. I think I like Bounding Wolf better though. So it's looking green-white, I think. Let's cut the red spells. Yeah, I'll go for the wolf over. I think it's got a bit more utility than Sungold Barrage. Oh, another Seize the Storm. Sort of going backwards and forwards. Okay, we'll take Seize the Storm, I guess. There's no other options. Yes, Duelcraft Trainer seems good. Let's take that. There's not many options. Let's take Flare of Faith. Okay, let's take that for the sideboard. Timberland Guide, that's exactly what we need actually. 2 drops, another 2 drop. That's good. Fill out that curve. A Willow Geist. Oh, wow. This is actually going to be good with Disturb. Brilliant. Imagine being happy to see Willow Geist. Right. Ritual of Hope. We are going quite wide. This might be a good card. Cathar Commando is probably the other option. And basically we need 3 more cards to complete the deck. We have a surprising number of 2-drops here. Just not very many of them are creatures, that's the problem. We've got 3 1-drop creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures in the 2-drop slot. I'll go with Ritual of Hope. Let's swing for the fences. This could be a winner, I think. Gavoni Trapper. Kind of a semi-removal spell. It can take out big, tap down big creatures. We've also got this guy, the Burly Breaker, who just is huge. And we don't have any 5-drops, I suppose. And I've never used this card before, so it's also Tireless Hauler's pretty big. Burly Breaker, yeah, seems like a big creature that might be good. Let's go for it. Do we need a big creature or a 2-drop creature? Yeah, we've got quite a lot of top end. I think we go 2-drop. We could take the Sungold Barrage here, or a Pestilent Wolf. We do have one already, but these are both answers to big creatures. This could deal with big flyers as well. Maybe we want the one Sungold Barrage. Do we want another Evolving Wilds is what I'm thinking. Do we want Path to the Festival? Because we might be kind of a ramp deck. Let's consider using a ramp card for this deck, I think. Okay, I think Bird Admirer is very good indeed. Search Party Captain again, right. Did we pick the last one? No, I think we ignored it. Okay, we'll take this one. I don't think we'll play Stuffed Bear, but yeah. Take the wolf. Got quite a lot of options this, but I don't think you main deck it ever. Okay, Candlelit Cavalry. Don't mind if I do. Another wolf. Yeah, let's go for it. Right, 48 of 40 cards. So the easiest thing to cut, I think, is Stuffed Bear. and Snarling Wolf. They're both sort of quite mana intensive things. I think tapping at the window goes. Take out all the combat tricks. Let's see where that leaves us. 19 creatures. Six 2-drops and 7 3-drops. Drop Path to the Festival for the moment. And one Timberland guide, I think. Yeah, that puts us on 18 creatures, okay. Let's see how much Disturb and Flashback we've got actually for Willow Geist. I count about eight sources that can bump the Willow Geist. So I think he's definitely worth playing. If you can just get one card out of the graveyard and make him a 2/2, then definitely worthwhile. I'm quite keen on fitting the Path to the Festival in the deck. Maybe we drop one of the larger creatures. Like Candlelit Cavalry. Yeah. How do we fit Flare of Faith in the deck as well? Maybe we drop a Pestilent Wolf. Actually, I say Flare of Faith. The one I'm looking for is Ritual of Hope. There we go. Yeah. See, the ants are going to go on the front there. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'll call that end of part 1 and have a bit of a think about it. Thanks for watching so far. And welcome back. Yeah, I finalised the deck. I think I've just tweaked it a bit. Couple of changes. I think Path to the Festival's come in. So I've got 2 ramp cards. I've got the Rejuvenator as well, because we need to get up to 6 mana for Rise of the Ants. This is what the deck's all about. Also, I guess Vanquish the Horde is, we've got that as a reset button, and because we've got a lot of Disturb and Flashback, hopefully this can be better for us than our opponent. But obviously, there's lots of other Disturb decks out there. The other thing, I decided Timberland Guide. So I want the second Timberland Guide, and I dropped the Pestilent Wolf. I mean, this is the wolf is quite a good answer card to big creatures, but it's quite an investment of mana. It's quite mana intensive. It's just not a particularly good card. I mean, it's a grizzly bear, so grizzly bears are never that bad. You need a certain number to kind of keep your deck ticking over, I think, but I'm okay with... It looks like I've got 4 creatures I can drop on turn 2 and 3 turn 1 creatures, which feels like enough early board presence. The Timberland Guide is particularly good because there's a good line of play here. Chaplain of Alms has first strike, so that followed by Timberland Guide. Getting a 2/2 first strike is very good. And then we've got Loyal Gryff turn 3, so we can actually bounce the Timberland Guide and get another counter. So I think that's quite good. That's that can give you a bit of early board presence. The other thing I'm thinking about is Candlelit Cavalry. I suppose we've already got a bit of a top end here. We've got a 5-drop, 2 6s, and an 8-drop. Vanquish the Horde. But can we fit in another 5-drop? Maybe we can. We are committing 2 cards. What do they call it? Ramp cards. There we go. So yeah, there's an argument for Candlelit Cavalry. I think I kind of like all my 3-drops too much. So I'd probably drop a Timberland Guide for it. Oh yeah, the Ritual of Hope. I think this is the one I was thinking of dropping. So this is kind of interesting because we've got a kind of a go wide strategy early on. We've got a few early creatures. We've got Join the Dance. And this is this is a 2 mana combat trick that pumps everybody by 1, maybe +2/+1. I feel like I want to try this out, but I think this is the thing maybe you'd cut for a Candlelit Cavalry. But yeah, I think we've got enough of a top end. I think we'll go with this configuration. I had one wild thought. What if we go green-white aggro? We could literally cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards and just put in the 6 cheapest cards. Put in the Wolves, probably the Stuffed Bear, Might of the Old Ways, Flare of Faith, and a Snarling Wolf. So you could literally kind of go low to the ground like that. But then we end up with... So this guy's a mana sink. The Wolves are mana sinks. The Stuffed Bear's a mana sink. I think it just... it doesn't quite work. There's too much stuff you want to spend mana on. Particularly the Stuffed Bear and the Snarling Wolf, I guess. So that is another option. But I think I'm just more excited to ramp up to Rise of the Ants and just see if I can get this working. Because I just lost to a Rise of the Ants deck that had 2 copies of it. So I want to see if I can get this to work for me. Also, we've got to make land drops. I think I really like having 2 Eccentric Farmers. I think that could really work. So that's the mana curve. So yeah, we've got it's ugly. It's we're spiking at 3 drops here. Usually, the guidelines are go for 2 1-drops, 7. Then you go 7, 6, 4, 2, 1. Right? That's the recommendation. But I am just not enthralled, I guess, by my 2 drops. So we'll go with this configuration, I think. And yeah, add that to decks. And we've got over 3 hours to complete the games. I think that should be enough time. We've got a bit of a life gain component, but I don't think we're going to sort of stall the games out forever. So we've got our go wide strategy here. We've got our 3 cards towards it. That seems like a really good hand. Well, we'll see what my opponent can come up with. And we've got just no chance to use Evolving Wilds. We're going to go... We'll probably play that turn 4, Chaplain of Alms. Got too many things to do. Oh, wow. He's got the answer to Chaplain of Alms. He's got a 1/2 blocker. We will join the dance here. Arrogant Outlaw. Okay. So we can do Rejuvenator next turn. No, we can't. We can't do the Rejuvenator next turn unless we top deck a land. We'll go for the Bird Admirer here. That gives us the day-night cycle. Another Occultist, nice. He's done well for Occultists. Okay, we can play a Dawnhart Rejuvenator here. I think let's not go crazy. I think let's go for the Rejuvenator. Gain 3 life. Build up our mana. No attacks. Let's try and build up to a big Ritual of Hope. We want obviously, yeah, Beloved Beggar actually gives us Coven. Nice, he's got Morcrit Behemoth. Okay, so we're forced to use Evolving Wilds here. Which we've got loads of white cards, so let's go for a plains. I've got 5 mana. We could join the dance again, and we'd have to double chump block the Morcrit Behemoth. There's quite a few options here. I think I like Beloved Beggar. Because that gives us... we've got 2 options here we could pursue. So we'll go next. No attacks. End the turn. Right. Do we use a Ritual of Hope here? That's a good question. Just to kill a Morcrit Behemoth. There's Loyal Gryff. We could block something. We've obviously got to sacrifice somebody here. Past 2 blockers. Right. Okay, I think I'm going to go for the Loyal Gryff play. We'll do Beloved Beggar, Dawnhart Rejuvenator, like that. 2 blockers. And we'll bounce the Rejuvenator. Yeah, let's bounce that one. Get the beggar in the graveyard. Another big creature. Okie doke. Right, little problem. We no longer have Coven. If I cast, I'll get Coven if I play the Beggar. So that was the drawback of what we did there, and we don't have the mana now to get Coven. So yeah, you just got difficult problems here to deal with. I think we might just take a big hit this round and play a Beloved Beggar maybe. Yeah, let's play a Beggar, swing for 2, take a big hit. Take 12. Okay, this is very nerve-wracking. Dawnhart Rejuvenator gets us 3 life again. Join the Dance gets us more blockers, but means we can't cast Ritual of Hope. Yeah. Okay, Dawnhart Rejuvenator it is. That gets us some life points back. Bird Admirer. He's got reach. Okay, so I'm just going to swing with my flyer here. Hopefully he doesn't die, because that's how we're getting Coven. Okay, we got through. And yeah, we're gonna... So yeah, I guess we'll have to use Ritual of Hope to try and deal with these big creatures. That's the plan. It'd be nice to have some more first strike, actually. Right. Okay, big blocker in front of you, and 2... That should be 4 damage, right? Plus a... Do we care about... Yeah, because that's... Okay, that's 7 toughness. I think... Yeah, Bird Admirer. We'll deal with that with Bird Admirer. That should kill that, right? Then for the Candlelit Cavalry, it's going to be Chaplain of Alms. And... How many tokens? We'll do 3 tokens there. We'll do 3 tokens. And call that 5 blockers. And Ritual of Hope. He could mess this up with instant removal. He could like ruin my Coven plan. Then they only get +1, and that would actually save his Behemoth, now I think of it. But, yeah, I didn't think of that in time, but, yeah. It's hopefully we're okay here, so he's not interrupted. He does have an Olivia's Midnight Ambush, so he's able to save his Behemoth. Another Bird Admirer. Okay. Two Bird Admirers. He didn't... Yeah, of course, he didn't kill Chaplain of Alms, which is a shame. Let's swing with the Soul. Our Bird Admirer bit the dust there. We have a grand total of 7 mana, don't we? We either join the dance or search party captain. This could find an answer. actually. Bounding Wolf, okay. Yeah, instant speed blocker. End the turn there. Play the Bounding Wolf. Now, I think we don't block with the flyers. We will just block with everything on the ground. That's the plan. So if he kills that, we only do 5 damage. That's the problem. I'm going to chuck Loyal Gryff in the way because he's obviously not getting through the Bird Admirer. 5 blockers. There we go. 2 cards in hand. He's got 6 mana. We'll see. If he's got 2 instant removal spells, he can obviously still win. He's getting a 3 for 1. Oh, yeah, 4 for 1. We get the Chaplain of Alms back. These are now 3/5, so we can't attack. If we can do 2 spells this turn, so it has to be Chaplain of Alms and part of the festival. Yeah, let's get our planes into play. And no attacks, because he's got big blockers there. But he's got another big creature. So the guys I play against love big creatures. And don't seem to have any problem hitting their drops, but... Right, so... We're swinging with not our Chapel Geist. Generous Soul is going to swing in. And we can just... Let's see, we've got actually 9 mana, but everything costs 5, so we'll just play our Burly Breaker. Do we want to play a Burly Breaker? Or join the dance to just chump block? He does have black mana, he could make me discard, so I'm going to play the Burly Breaker. Right, it's gone to night time to obviously get his Wing Shredders going. We've hit a mana, so we've actually got 10 mana. We can double spell here and turn it back to daytime. So yeah, we can't attack unless we want to attack with this guy. I think we do. Play the planes, join the dance. Play path to the festival as well. And no attacks. Okay. Fair enough. Keep a land in hand. What's he got there? 4 cards in hand. Dryad's Revival. Okay, yeah, he's going to get this big creature back. And he can get it back again. Meanwhile, we get Lunarch Veteran. And it's been... Yeah, we could have held that in hand. So that we had 2 spells. No attacks. Interesting, okay. That gets eaten alive. Oh, he's going to pay full cost. He's not going to sacrifice. Fair enough. So yeah, taking a big flying threat. No attacks. So hoping to just hit our ants here. That would be a good answer to Morcrut Behemoth. Okay, he's done 2 spells, so it's going back to daytime. He's getting eaten alive back, so he's going to take out that guy. Fair enough. Dryad's Revival's pretty good. I played green and black, a couple of green and black decks recently. Yeah, I tried out Dryad's Revival, so he's drawing a lot of removal now. The good thing about this, he doesn't have any trample, so we can chump block. Oh, the other good thing I could draw is my board sweeper. It's starting to look that way. This is looking like a board sweeper game. Yeah, okay, he's going to draw an extra card off that. Let's see, he's on 17 cards, I'm on 14. Fair enough. Okay, Lunarch Veteran, I guess. Okay, I mean, we dug a couple of land out of our deck, but we're still top decking land. Let's see, 12, 13, 14 land. So there's only 3 land left in 13 cards. That's the good news. We're going to play a Lunarch Veteran. He hasn't played his Morcrut Behemoth yet. We'll do no attacks. So this is a good green-black deck that actually has flying blockers, 2 Bird Admirers, so otherwise I'd have got through in one. That was the problem my first green-black deck had. Right, so I mean, we don't know what he's got in his hand. If we block with everything, we can kill it. Then we just die to the rest of his team. So we're in chump blocking mode here. And we gain some life. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's kind of a good spell. No attacks. End the turn. So this guy's a 3/2. Oh, he's got 8. He's 8/7 now because I didn't play any cards. That was my fault. I forgot about that thing. Right. Ecstatic Awakener can become a 4/4. That's the tricky little thing he's doing there. Okay. So he could get through with 12 damage. The Behemoth is a problem. I think we'll play Bounding Wolf. But we're going to try and take down the Behemoth. That's plan A. We need more damage here. We need... Yeah, I guess we use the Chapel Shield Geist here. That's 5 and 6 damage. So just take the Behemoth, and looks like we'll just take 12 damage to the dome. I don't know. Maybe we drop a. Okay, no, we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. We might just be dead next round. Oh, I forgot about the Silver Bolt, so I'm a fool. Oops, we still couldn't do that. We've got an out. We've got the we can top deck the board wipe. Would be an amazing top deck. Instead, we'll get the Eccentric Farmer. But it could... Oh, we found our Rise of the Ants. Evolving Wilds. Can go back to my hand. Can dig a land out of my deck. Which is pretty exciting. There's only 2 land left. Let's get a forest. And let's play Rise of the Ants. We actually did it. We found both of them with one Eccentric Farmer. Would have been harsh to see my Vanquish the Horde land there. Does that keep us alive? Maybe? I don't know. No attacks, obviously, and his turn. And I've got another Rise of the Ants next turn as well. It does... That turns us back to daytime as well, because I did 2 spells. Good old ants. So obviously remember, he can be a 4/4. So take out the menace guy is my feeling here. Double block the Awakener. Take out the 4/4. Or we could triple block the Burly Breaker. Interesting, yeah. Triple block the Burly Breaker. Is that better? 4, 5. We kind of lose our Luminous Phantom though. He's gaining us a lot of life. That means he's obviously going to draw a card with his Novice Occultist. Hobbling Zombie, so he gets a zombie thing. Take 4. Otherwise, that's worked out. We've taken out 2 big creatures, going 3 life. Come on, Vanquish the Horde. We drew the last land in the deck. You just have to laugh, don't you? So yeah, well, it's a 1 in 7 chance. It's like rolling a 1 on a 7-sided dice. Do we actually survive? We're on 12 life. We have 3 blockers. This guy's got menace. That's not good. Good news. It's all cards. It's 6 non-land cards. Right, no attacks. And end turn. Right. This is 9 plus 8. 17 damage coming through. I like trade-offs. I want to kill the outlaw. I don't like menace creatures. Can I get away with... Okay, yeah, that's 6. That's 10 damage. Should we kill a menace creature there? And take 10 damage? And still have an ant to block with next turn. Okay, that kind of makes a certain sense to me. Just prioritize his... Ah, good game. He had the arrogant outlaw. Got me. Well, I guess that's what a good green-black deck looks like. It's probably better than my one I made the other day. But yeah, Dryad's Revival's pretty brutal. in the kind of late game situation we had there. And I got my my horde of creatures. I got to use my my combat trick. That's quite an epic game, and I still had an out. And I drew all 17 lands in my deck with 6 cards to go, which is quite an achievement, I feel like. I'm not sure I've done that before. I'll tell my grandchildren about that. Ritual of Hope. We got to do that with a bunch of creatures in play and got to take out a big creature. So I guess that's kind of good. Do we miss having Pestilent Wolves? Might have been quite good there, actually. But I think the ants are also good. But yeah, okay, interesting game. Interesting one to start off with. We might go 0-3. It's fine. Let's have at least 2 more interesting games. Okay, we have double green. One land gets us to 2 cards. I'm going first. This is pretty huge. This means this is a mulligan. This time it's 3 forests. We've got Vanquish the Horde in the opener. I think we bottom that and keep 6. And I guess we've got a 2-2. He's got... Okay. Hello again. It's Ecstatic Awakener. Maybe we can get in for some early beats with this guy. Oh, yeah, that's the combo I was talking about. Loyal Gryff and Timberland Guide. But it only works if you've got a 1/1 Timberland Guide. You're putting the counters somewhere else. Looks like he's probably dead. Necrosynthesis. What an interesting card. Okay. Well, we've drawn a Rise of the Ants this time. I think we'll swing in. Oh well, we're gonna draw all of our top end. So it's literally Burly Breaker, both Rise of the Ants. But we put at least we've put Vanquish the Horde on the bottom of the deck, so we can't draw that. That's the that's the good news. Can't attack, and oh yeah, we can't do anything, so we get punished. You don't want to be mana screwed against werewolves. Yeah. Okay, that's dead. You got him. You got me. 6 damage. Nice. Yeah, of course that's right. You want to kill stuff with that. I'm going to do nothing. Pretend I've got nothing. That's probably too slow on that, but let's see if we can take out an Awakener. I bet he's got instant removal though. I would not be surprised. Olivia's Midnight Ambush. Infernal Grasp, okay. Sure. That gets to 3-3, and we're dead next turn. That's how it goes. This is magic. We actually found an answer. We'll see if he's got the Olivia's Midnight Ambush as well. Another Bounding Wolf, here we go. Is it dead? Maybe we kill it. Of course he gets to dig for his next thing. There's probably no way of unless I draw my removal card. No, I can't. I have to draw white mana and a remove and the white removal card. And it's got Menace, so I think there's no way of beating this, unfortunately. Even, yeah, join the dance. You need white mana for that. So, we need 3 blockers, basically. Yep, we kept a 3-lander. We drew no more land. Punished. We'd already mulliganed, so we didn't want to go down to 5. Maybe that was the right choice, but I don't know. I think you keep, if you've already mulliganed, you keep a 3-lander with a turn 2 play. You think it's just like, you just have to hope you don't draw all of your top end cards, like how we did. So I can't complain I never saw my ants, at least. This might be a quick one. Alright, never mind. Let's check everything is working. Okay, am I going to change the deck? Game 1 was quite good. You see, after that game, I don't want to put in a Candlelit Cavalry. That's not gonna. That wouldn't have helped. So I think, yeah, we'll just play. Game 1 suggested my deck kind of works, but it got a bit overpowered in the late game there. In that game, I got my ants a bit too late to make enough difference. The Vanquish the Horde was in the bottom 6 cards, unfortunately. I wonder if even if I'd got Vanquish the Horde, would I have been able to win with it before I decked out? He might still have had some stuff. Yeah, it would just been a battle of like top decking. Yeah, in game 1 that is. Right, I think this is good. We've got a turn 1. It's the Willow Geist. You rarely see this guy. I think it kind of makes sense in my deck. It's kind of worthwhile if I can get one thing out of the graveyard. Keep 7. If we're lucky, we can play Search Party Captain on turn 3, but that would mean attacking with Willow Geist and potentially losing it. Might not be worth it. And he's going first. That's a turn 3 play. Right, that's good. Also something I can get from the graveyard. But nothing on turn 2. Well, he didn't get anything on turn 2 either. So we managed to draw both our ramp cards. We'll see if we can actually draw some top end in this game. That would be ideal. Even a card draw card as well. See, I feel he must have a 3-drop here. Sunset Revelry. Oh, that's a good card. Now, do we want to trade with a 1/1 token? I don't think so, so I think we'd rather go Path to the Festival. And he's going to swing in for 2 damage, but that's okay. Got loads of planes in our hand, actually. We'll get a forest. No attacks. And then it's we could do Rejuvenator. Oh, Unruly Mob. Nice. So yeah. Whenever any creature dies, that's going to get pumped up. Oh, Rite of Oblivion, sweet. So yeah, pumps up his mob. Yeah, makes sense. Gets to do that before I pump my Willow Geist, and I don't get the 1 life point from it. Seems pretty kind of overkill for a 1/1, but it's obviously it's going to potentially grow. Do we want to? Obviously, his next play is Oblivion. Whatever I put into play, maybe I want to keep the Rejuvenator alive. Is the thinking here? So I think just do Search Party Captain. Oh, good draw against a huge Unruly Mob, I think. Okay, more creatures. Not attacking, that's good news for us. Okay, we'll give him options here. So, Chaplain of Alms, he might want to exile. That's okay. But I want to have to put up a few defenses here. He needs another mana, actually. We'll see if he top decked a land to exile the Chaplain. Oh wow, Graveyard Trespasser, and that's going to exile my Path to the Festival. Nice. And just out of Sungold Barrage range, all of his guys. We're just going to wait around and try and draw our top end cards here. So we can cast everything. And we can't do anything yet. Oh, that's a good point. That now has 4 toughness. And it's got how much? Ward. Oh, Ward discard a card. We can discard a plains. I remember now. Obviously, we want to save Sungold Barrage for the Unruly Mob. Okay, let's resolve that thing and just see. Yeah, he's not going to do that. Pass 2 blockers. So we're going to double block this guy like that to do 4 damage. And then we've always got this in reserve if he does something nasty. Ah, Loyal Gryff. Interesting. Gonna bounce it back to his hand. Okay. Okay. Now he's got a 2/2 flyer on the board, which is a bit challenging. Oh, the Strangler. But we've got, obviously, Chaplain of Alms would be what we... Oh no, he gets to choose, doesn't he? Yeah, he gets to choose. So, my turn. Hello, hello. This is a mana sink. And this is an enter the board effect, is it not? So yeah, we got to use this now. Get some 1/1s. Oh look, it's the Morcrut Behemoth. So this will take out my Rejuvenator. He gets to be 3/3. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Right. Now, thinking about one thing here, which is the black sorcery discard 2 cards. We've got to keep the planes in the hand. We can't play the Sungold Barrage. We just have to jump block everything. We can hard cast this even if we lose all our creatures. Right. Okay, no attacks. End the turn. We really want him to... let's resolve that, and we just sacrifice the Rejuvenator, I think. Graveyard Trespasser, good. Play out all your creatures. Trying to think if there is a pilfer kind of effect that black has. Just look at the hand and get rid of a card. But I can't think of one off the top of my head. It's just the discard 2 card. He's still got 3 cards in hand. I'm just thinking about, do I wait another turn? Okay. Tell you what, past to blockers. Let's obviously do the sensible block that I would obviously do, which is doing that. Let's double block here to not take 7 damage. And let's see if he uses an instant removal card. That would be nice to try and save his Cathars. Oh, sweet. Okay. Ritual of Hope. So this guy doesn't have trample, does he? So he saves his Cathars. He gets through with like 4 damage. Cool. Good to know. That's what he had, right? You got me. You got me. Okay. My turn. Still got 2 cards in hand. Does he have better follow-up than me? Of course, I draw a land. So I've kind of got no follow-up apart from... Oh, apart from Disturb. Disturb for 4. Two attackers. Is this a misplay if I... No, I think he's got too many creatures. I think we still vanquish the Horde here. And we're hoping he's got something like another Morkrut Behemoth in hand we can blow up with Sungold Barrage. Yeah, through for 1 damage. Nice. Okay, Vanquish the Horde. We actually got to draw it at the right time. I don't know if we win this game though, because he's got a bit more... oh, yes, sorry. Excuse me. Now, could play a land, but that I think that would leave us open to the discard card. So we'll just hold 2 land. Because obviously that would let us cast Sungold Barrage in his turn, but I don't think we don't really need to do that. A hobbling zombie. Okie doke, right. Timberland Guide and make a big flyer. So yeah, basically he's going to have to use Rite of Oblivion on this flyer. That's my feeling. He'll have to sacrifice something, so I guess that'll be the hobbling zombie taken care of. Right, end the turn. Okay, no, he's got Ecstatic Awakener. Another hobbling zombie, okay. No blocks. Okay, Bounding Wolf. It's a blocker. We're going to keep swinging in. It's going to take a while, but we're going to get there. And we'll end the turn. Okay, cool. Sacrifices that. So I'd say I don't have many life points left. So I am just going to go ahead and Sungold Barrage that and hope he didn't draw another Morkrut Behemoth. What am I talking about? Let's double block here. Let's double block here and retain our Sungold Barrage if he does draw a big creature. That seems smart, doesn't it? And we take 2 damage, but we'll just get that instant out of his hand if he's got an instant as well. It's good use for the Timberland Guide because his job's kind of done. Well, we've got a blocker, but it's obviously going to die to the Death Touch on the Hobbling Zombie, which isn't ideal. Or we can, swing in for 6 each turn and kill him a bit quicker. So he does have... Right, end turn. Oh, right, yeah, he can just... he's now got a zombie, so he can Rite of Oblivion one of my guys. Does he take out the blocker or the aerial threat? I'd take out the aerial threat myself. Because this is a standoff. He's got Death Touch. Question is, if he does attack with this, do I just block? Because I'm on 9 life. I'll feel bad if he plays a flyer right afterwards. feel very stupid, but because I've got through 2 of my kind of flying blockers. He's got Sungold Barrage for that. Okay, right. Fair enough. That's okay. So he's gonna, I guess, okay, attack for 4. Things are getting pretty dangerous now. So I was worried about a big creature. Maybe the small creatures are just an issue. I don't think we can attack. We're going to, because obviously we can't attack because we're going to take 5 damage, and we have unfortunately top decked another land. We've been very good at hitting our land, except in the previous game. Yeah, 9, 10, 11 of our 17 land in this game. So there's 6 in left in the deck. So yeah, I shouldn't complain. It's not too bad. So we do no attacks. It's going to go back to night time, unfortunately. So he's going to get some good card selection off this guy. I think this card's a bit underrated. I think it's, you know, sort of standard 3/2 for 3, but with some upside. So yeah, zombie's gonna be used on that as we expected. Take 3. And we'll top deck another land. Well, that's a good way to end it. Yeah, that's just yeah, it says everything. So we got punished for trying to be clever and double blocking the 4 toughness guys instead of using Sungold Barrage, and we got overrun by some weenies. And just we just having drawn a lot of land, we just drew more land. So yeah, it's a 0/3. So okay, that's fine. That's definitely a way to end my silly ant-based deck. Right, well let's go over what happened here. Game 1 was an epic. We got down to 6 cards. We drew all 17 land from the deck. We did not hit our Vanquish the Horde, and he had, he was Golgari mid-range, basically, with loads of value, bringing creatures back, he brought Eaten Alive back to like take care of my defenders, and we just couldn't hit. We couldn't hit Vanquish the Horde. We didn't hit Rise of the Ants until right at near the end of the game. But we held on for quite a while. I kind of gave myself a chance to draw the winner. Game 2, we had to mulligan it because I think the first hand had 2 forests and no playables. I think we had a couple of green 3 mana cards like Bird Admirer, and it might have been Bird Admirer and a wolf. But I think because we were on the play, I thought that was too risky. We mulliganed down to 6. We had 3 forests this time, and we had a Timberland guide, and no other playables. I kept that hand because at least, hey, you've got a 2/2 on turn 2. Let's try and top deck something, and we just top decked no land, unfortunately, that game. So that was the quick defeat, and then we just saw this game. So this was kind of like game 1, with the difference I actually drew Vanquish the Horde when he had a huge board of creatures, and we wiped the board, and then it was down to who could top deck a little bit better, because he'd not only built up a big board, he'd got value. He'd got some value cards. Because he played Sunset. What's it called? Yeah, he had the Sunset card for 2 weenies. He had the flashback on Rite of Oblivion. So he was doing well for like value. So I had a glimpse of a chance this third game. Actually managing to top deck this and wipe the board. And I think I had, it was Chaplain of Alms, so I had a little advantage. I could wipe the board and then disturb this and have a 2/1 flyer. I think I then got Timberland Guide to make it a 3/2 flyer. So he had like a 7-turn clock on my opponent. Yeah, I think a common theme I've been running into people with the 1 mana black creature that can sacrifice a creature and become a 4/4. And when they sacrifice, they draw a card, of course, which is quite powerful. So he top decked that. And I chose to do, the block was Timberland Guide and Bounding Wolf. I thought, yeah, let's hold Sungold Barrage for his next big creature, or if he reanimates a Morcrit Behemoth, something like that. Let's do a double block to kill that. So with 2020 hindsight, Sungold Barrage would have been better, just to kill that card, and then I'd have kept my board presence, which would have been able to trade off maybe with his creatures. So I'd have had the Bounding Wolf, which could have traded off. He had the 2/2 Death Touch, and then he'd had the 3/2 creature, 3/2 white creature. So he didn't draw big creatures, he drew small creatures, and it just was enough to push through and finish me off. And of course the flashback on Rite of Oblivion, he could use that to take out my flyer when I tried to start blocking with it. And I just, at a crucial moments, okay, fair enough, I top decked Vanquish the Horde, but after that, I hit a few too many lands, and he hit obviously a card draw card, so with in the form of that the demon that sacrifices stuff. So yeah, where this deck is falling down is maybe not enough ways of drawing cards. Maybe that's built into the deck. It gets value with Disturb, I suppose, bringing stuff back. I've got one search party captain. And Rise of the Ants is quite good value as well. Yeah, so but that's the way, I think, that's the way it goes. 0-3 today. I went 7-1 yesterday with Vampire Aggro, and before that I basically went 1-3 technically, but only because one person disconnected without doing anything. So it's kind of 0-3, 7-1, 0-3. That's just how it goes. But I'd build this deck again. I mean, I can't resist Rise of the Ants. It seems like a great card to me. I think we didn't quite draw well enough today, but maybe there's an issue with the power, just the raw power of the deck maybe isn't quite there, but certainly, we could have drawn a little bit better, drawn a few less lands in game 1 and 3, drawn a few more lands in game 2. It's always the way though, isn't it? Okay, I think that's probably enough to talk about. I think I've already added this to the decks, and we'll claim our prize. Lovely. We'll have a quick check-in on our packs. So I'm on 16. I've done 16 Midnight Hunt drafts. I've got 29 packs left. We could have a quick look at the collection. So this is what it's all about. This is why I'm doing these drafts, just to get the collection going. So yeah, still on 87%. We've got half the mythics, most of the rares. These haven't turned gold yet. We're not as far along as like getting four offs of everything. My feeling is I don't want to open those 29 packs yet. I want to do another round of drafts. I want to get above 20 drafts in this set, and then I might just open some packs and say, right, after that I can say Midnight Hunt draft is done and just focus on Dominaria and Brothers War and Crimson Vow as well. Crimson Vow's a bit behind. Crimson Vow is the one that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. We're getting 2 weeks of Dominaria United and then 2 weeks of Crimson Vow. So I'm saving my gold for this one. I did how many? Yeah, I did 14 Dominaria sealed events, so that got me to 89, and I haven't opened the packs yet, of course. So the plan is to do a little bit of Dominaria draft at some point, but only once. Yeah, only after I've done Crimson, a bit of Crimson Vow. Kamigawa we're kind of done with. Streets of New Capenna, sort of I'm 50-50. I've literally got about 56 packs. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit more draft, but in terms of like I've got 57 packs to open. I might just call it on New Capenna at some point and just focus on the Innistrad drafts and the new drafts. I think might be a plan. Yeah, we'll just have a quick look at the store just to see if we get the gold or gems thing today. No, it's the Alms Scavenger today. Okay. I guess these are some cool alchemy cards. Yeah, Loose in the Park is one I do have, actually. I think I might have Bind to Secrecy. I played against Ominous Traveller. This seems very powerful. So is it 2 mana for a 1/1? And you just get to draw a card from his spellbook. Yeah. If we right click, we can see what he gets. Are they all I don't think they're all vampires. It seems to... Okay, you get vampires, you get some werewolves. You can get Tovalor. And then you've got some spirits and some zombies. Okay, yeah. The guy I played against got Champion of the Perished from this. And so when you play his spellbook card, Ominous Traveller bounces back. So this is just a card draw engine, this 1/1 for 2 mana. And it's it's a non-land card. You get a guaranteed creature from the spellbook. It's just a bit of a mishmash because it's all the different tribes, zombie, vampire, spirit, and so on. But seems like kind of a ridiculous card draw card. But there you go. I guess there's lots of ridiculous cards in Magic, so why not? There's room for another one. Approach the Second Sun is a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I think that's the video. Thanks for watching, and good luck in your quick draft efforts.